Go, Sean.
Good evening, Bobcat Nation. Welcome, a very special welcome back to all of our Northport friends and family to our Bobcat Blitz Sports Update. It's been a while. I'm Sean Kirkpatrick. I'm coming to you live here from the Mullins Center. We got a lot to talk about today. We got back at our Zoom studio, Mr. John Rawlings, hopefully fresh from his hunker down EOC volunteer spot for the whole city. We want to thank John for WKUW for helping us out. John, how are you doing today, sir?
No, I'm doing great. How you doing, Sean?
You say not doing great?
I am doing great.
Oh,
I'm just tired.
Oh, no.
I'm tired and ready for some football and ready for some sports at the high school.
And that's the best thing, John, about sports, right? It gives us a nice diversion that everybody can agree on, especially your own hometown city here and all that. But, John, before I begin, I'm going to let you go to your first guest here on your end there. Guys, I want to thank everybody. We had 1,500 views on Friday's little miniature interview with the Move Mountains, Miss Nappy and her student athletes. Wow. Not only did they have 1,500 views, which broke our record, we got them on the Sun Preps as well. I reached out to Mr. Patrick Gold. We want to thank him for putting us on there as well. So, guys, what a great organization. Coaches, parents, like I posted, if you want your kids involved, they accept people all year long. You can volunteer one time only, every month, whatever. It's not a fixed club, so you can put in what you want. So, coaches, parents, it counts towards your 100 hours. Thank you, City of Northport, for those 1,500 views. We do appreciate it. John, take it away. I don't see what's got down there.
Mr. Tony Miller, how you doing, buddy?
Okay,
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. So, we've been through a couple rough weeks, through a couple of hurricanes and some evacuations, and I know how that works at the school, but kind of bring us back up to speed and give us some momentum into the next season.
Well, it's, the first time we had to cancel our Friday night football game, which would have been the homecoming football game versus DeSoto. We were able to actually have the homecoming dance that Saturday, moved the DeSoto game to a Monday, then turn around and played at Bayshore on Friday night. So in a short week, we had just under 100 points, I think we scored offensively.
96.
So that was an awesome output by them. And for being such a short time period, so this week we get to make up for all the festivities that we missed during that week. We're going to kind of put them all in on Thursday. So just to kind of get you a rundown, this was actually the district volleyball week that was supposed to kick off on Monday. What's that?
Isaiah, okay, go ahead.
Our volleyball team's going to travel to Lehigh tomorrow night. They'll play at 7 p.m. The winner of that game then travels to Venice on Thursday for a 7 p.m. matchup. We had a freshman football game scheduled at Lemon Bay for tomorrow. That's been canceled since it was such a short week of practice. And with football, trying to get reacclimated back into wearing the pads and stuff. I believe the golf teams are making up a couple matches on Thursday. Thursday is the big day, so we're doing a double pep rally. First time ever we've done this. So we're doing half the school. We'll go into the gym, and then we'll come back to the second half. That's in the morning. And then Miss Noyes has put together a parade of athletes that is going to take place during seventh period with our band and our cheerleaders and all them kind of getting brought around campus just to celebrate all of our fall sports. And then, of course, the football game on Friday. And we have a lot on Friday that's going around. Obviously, the kickoff's at 7, but it does become originally planned with senior night. And with the homecoming court being brought into halftime, we're going to do all of our seniors before the game. So we'll start at 5:45 with football, and then we'll just roll in order: football, cheer, golf, ROTC, and then about 6:15, the band will be able to do their seniors. And then kick off at 7 o'clock. And then at the end of the first quarter, we're going to have our Hall of Fame inductions. It'll probably be spread out because we'll have to announce those between plays. But it's Amani Jefferson, who graduated and went to play basketball. Currently, she's at Florida Gulf Coast. Roman Morales, who is a wrestler. He currently works for Florida Power and Light. Lee Thomas, who's a longtime soccer coach here at Northport High School. Obviously, he's one of our guidance counselors. And then the 2021 4x800 meter relay, which is Cam Turnberger, Joe Smith, Nicarlo Sierra, and Zach Rathburn are all getting inducted on Friday night. Halftime will be our homecoming court, and then the band will perform after our victory Friday night. So that is a lot going on in the first part of the game, and then we'll play some football in there also.
Do you remember any year with your history at Northport? Do you remember any year that you've had to make this kind of adjustment?
Yes, COVID. We did this. Actually, we did. I think we've done it twice. I think we did it with COVID, and we did it with after Ian. So this is the second time we've had to do everything this way. Both of them was because we had to do homecoming and senior night at the same time. So that's the reason why it had gone down this way. So like the plan's already set. We've done it. This is the third time doing it. It just adds a lot more to the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
what have you learned? What have you learned from this?
Hey, and also on Saturday we have our Tri-County cross country meet. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So we got a lot going on, but I feel like our community is very resilient. After being through Ian, our school, obviously, the work they did as a shelter, opened up to the community. I think something like 1,500 people went through Northport High School during this past storm. We've kind of been we've been tested and I'll say weathered, I guess, through these storms and these different events, and it just works. Friday night's going to work for us, and anything that we have going on the rest of the week and the rest of the year, and we'll kind of improvise with what gets thrown our way, kind of like with the volleyball districts getting changed on us and kind of last minute, and we didn't know what was going to happen until we heard on, I think it was yesterday we found out. So we'll just continue to get through these things and grow and be prepared for the next time we got to do it.
How do you think the athletes are adjusting?
I think they're doing good. I think they're probably a little stir crazy. Like I saw some cross country runners running out yesterday, and you could tell they were just enjoying the nice weather because yesterday morning was beautiful and just like it was today. I think they're just ready to get back to school and kind of get back to some normalcy. We had a couple girls come to the weight room today that got to work out this afternoon. Football came in this morning, volleyball came in this morning, cross country this morning. I think we had this afternoon, I want to say probably the basketball teams were in there. So, our winter sports are right around the corner. So we're getting ready to take off with them. Comp cheer started a couple weeks ago. Girls weightlifting was supposed to start last week, so we'll start tomorrow. Girls soccer has their first tryout today. Boys soccer will start tryouts on Monday. Basketball is October 28th, along with girls wrestling, and boys wrestling's November 4th. So we're like right there. Everything's, getting ready to switch from the fall into the winter. So, and we have a lot that we're trying to make up at this point in time.
There's a lot of action happening. How can people find out what's going on at the high school? Where can they find out their information?
They could find it on our website, but a lot of it could be right off of our social media. Any of whether it's Instagram or Facebook, just at NoPo Nation. We try to put everything out there at the beginning of the week. The last couple of weeks, we haven't published our sports report that we do. 2 weeks ago, obviously, when we shut down and left for the storm, I went home and I left my computer at the school. So by the time I got back to get my laptop, that was the last thing on my mind, was doing that. And of course, we didn't have any sports last week. So we'll be back next Monday with the sports report. We put everything in there, athlete of the week, and anything else that's important in their announcements through the booster clubs. student government announcements, if we need to put in there, if there's anything important to come up to school, we try to put that in there. I'll have the tryout calendar in this next one because it's pretty important for these things that are coming up. And there's a lot of moving parts right now, and it's all, I think it's all working towards in the right direction for us.
Fantastic. Anything else you'd like to add in? I know we've got another coach in waiting, but I promised you 10 minutes in and out, and we're right at that at the 10-minute mark.
Sean's calling timeout.
Timeout. Sean, you got a question?
Oh, I've got a statement. Tony, this is going to break the record Friday night. I don't think I've ever announced that many things, students, inductions. I'm getting a little nervous, man. That's a lot.
So currently, and this was just me. I know I was talking to Michael Aguirre, and I think we're around 68 seniors, somewhere like that. So we figured
plus the homecoming court, plus the
correct.
Inductees.
Yeah, and the inductees will be the inductees. I think what we're going to have to do is we'll just start at that as soon as the first quarter ends, and if play starts, then we'll just do the next one in between plays, and we'll just it'll be.
I can't wait.
Listen,
it's going to be epic. I can't wait.
It is. You better get your cough drops and.
I'm not going to say a word all day Friday. I'm not going to yell at any of my staff. I'm going to talk to any of my workers.
So
I'm looking forward to it, Tony. I can't wait.
I'm excited. Listen, I'm excited for it just for the simple fact that it's going to be busy. It's going to be an environment that every Friday night should be like. So
yeah.
Awesome. Anything else, Sean?
That's it, man. I can't wait.
Awesome, Tony. Anything else you want to add in?
No, thank you guys for what you're doing, and I look forward to future ones, and look forward to seeing you guys Friday night.
Absolutely. Look forward to it. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
And that was Athletic Director Tony Miller with our about to have a winter season update. John, I've got a theme tonight. I think you already picked up on it. It's our post-Milton welcome back to normalcy. Tony just mentioned that, how it's starting to come. He's seeing the kids coming back. The teachers came back today, correct, Coach?
Yes.
Yeah. I just found out Chief's a soccer coach on the side, so he's now part of the Bobcat Blitz officially, not just for ROTC, but friend of the show. I think it's your fourth time on now.
Yes.
I've got Chief Kipe here. John, I want him in here because he's got some good stories to tell us about his cadets and what they're going through and what they've been doing. So if you don't mind, Chief, how you doing, sir?
Doing good, sir.
All right. So what's going on out there in the cadet world?
Cadet world, like I said, Milton's hit between the last hurricane and Milton. It's affected a lot of us, as we know, going into it. But the cadets, once again, just like Tony Miller was talking about, things are getting canceled. Sometimes that can get you depressed or let down of, hey, there's competitions we're looking forward to and we can't do them. But in return, they take that energy and they pour it back into the community. We found out that there was a local, not to name names, but a local teacher here in the local area that needed help after Hurricane Milton. The cadets came together, removed sandbags, rebuilt the whole fence, also helped move furniture, equipment, all that was needed, and it was like a spur of a moment. We got the intel. We handed it to our unit CO, and he made magic happen. And even though some of those cadets are affected, they still went out to help out a supporter of the program and a fellow, I call it family member of Northport High School, a teacher.
So, Chief, you said that they're affected. Are you telling me that some of them don't have power still, food and water, that kind of issues?
Yes, we get some messages. There are a few that, still contact us, are worried about assignments, are worried about, I haven't been back to my house because we were evacuated because of uniform days or because of homework and stuff like that. They can do stuff online, and, we just give them that piece of comfort and just say, hey, don't worry about it. That's on our level as teachers. But once again, we just want them to be safe, get back to school, and get a sense of normalcy. And I think the high school is really going to be doing that great job this coming week. But like I said, you heard what Mr. Tony Miller was talking about. But they're going to bring that homecoming vibe in, that spirit weekend, just to give that positive, to create a positive environment and just a time of frustration and even stress.
So, John, I was talking to Chief here off camera here. It's one of those 50-50 things in my mind as a parent. My kid's been kind of lazing around. I won't lie to you. Are they going to come back revved up for Friday night's game? Or are they going to be kind of, and your job is to really pick them up and get them excited? It's going to be interesting to see these next 2 days. But based on what you're seeing with your cadets, they're ready to go.
They're ready to rock.
Ready to go. And now you said your commander, he's a student, isn't he? Who got
Yes,
this deal?
yes.
What's his name?
His name's Lieutenant John Miller.
John Miller. I recognize that name on the color guard.
Yes, color guard, yes.
That's right. I recognize that name. So John Miller, if your parents are watching, good job, young man. That's great. So we've also talked off camera, John, about how the Move Mountains organization was new to me. I had no idea they even existed, and how they have got tons of student athletes. But you guys, all year long, regardless of a hurricane or not, you're out there helping the community out, volunteering. In fact, Chief, we were just here, 2 months ago?
Right.
Month and a half, remember this?
Yep.
We were here for the Remember the Fallen run, and you guys came out to volunteer for that. So deja vu all over again?
A little bit.
But better weather.
Better weather.
So
Less people.
what would you estimate your average, let's say in a year, how many man hours would you say that you guys contribute back to the community? Or school, whatever you can think of.
Thousands. Thousands of hours, because we get involved with anything and everything, try to help out. Anything that they do outside of extra hours, we give them credit for. A lot of times, really realistic, it's driven by them. It's their program. They want to go out. They want to serve. They want to help. And so, like I said, last year, I just saw the end of year report, because we have to claim that part of our AMI, our annual military inspection, which we actually got a distinguished unit with honors last year, and hopefully we can get that again this year. But that's what it is. It's just really what the cadets are going out there and doing, and they're thinking about others over themselves.
Excellent.
And stuff like that.
Excellent. John, I know you saw a lot of it too with your radio show. I just think it's fantastic. How many stories are we hearing coming out that may or may not get credit? We see the churches stepping up. We see all the nonprofits coming out to help out. But we always forget that the high school kids, they've got some serious energy in their little bodies. They're ready to go. They want to do something.
I mean, it was like popping open Facebook, and you're seeing the football team, or I'm seeing students that are part of other teams or part of SGA just out and about helping, or cadets or students that actually go to church, and you see, once again, they're in a church environment, but they're going out and serving others and things like that. So that's an amazing thing. It's in this time of need, they're helping actually people in need. It's
nice, because we get so tired of hearing how youth of today are late. You always hear the negative. There's so much positive out there. You just got to look for it and hear it. Well, John, you got any questions?
No, I'm just overjoyed that you guys are doing your thing as normal, because you guys are an organization that is always paying it forward, and I love that about what you guys do. And I've had nothing but positive interactions with you guys in the past, and it just continues. And hard to brag about something that is just a part of the fabric of our community, including the high school. You guys do a great job.
And like Sean was talking about our youth, they get that reputation of they're the worst, or they're not contributing to society. But look at all, like I said, literally look at your social media. Just hit ROTC. You'll see schools like Port Charlotte high schools, like schools in Tampa, Brooksville. These ROTC students are just jumping out there to help these individuals out.
Yeah.
I know I'm saying JROTC, but also part of that, you'll see, like I said, SGA, student athletes. They're going out there and serving the community. And that's a positive aspect, and a good, light shine for all schools.
I wish we could get a group picture of all the volunteers and one big. That'd be a really neat picture. Like a drone, like all the kids at Norfolk High School who helped out. Even if it's just one thing,
Well, I've told you guys this before. That I had the pleasure of being the booster president in 07 and 08, and without the ROTC, and there's a young man that works over here at Subway off of Toledo Blade who is in the ROTC, and I walked in, ordered a sandwich, and he said, Mr. Rawlings? And I said, yes. And he goes, you used to give me candy at halftime. I was in the ROTC. Huge help, huge memory. Kid still works, a young man, should I say, kid, not a kid anymore, but the young man still works at Subway and doing his thing there. And I got to give him kudos because I didn't recognize him, but I guess my old face hasn't changed too much. But those are the impactful moments that we all cherish.
So, Chief, I got to ask you, last time I saw your cadets, I actually saw them at a cross-country event. They were helping out there.
Yes.
Little did I know we're going to have 2 storms in a row. I also saw them at the Growing Fast touchdown cannon crew.
Yes.
John, I got to take a timeout on this one. Do you guys have enough shells to finish the season off? We have had mega firings out of nowhere this year. It's been scoring after scoring.
So it was like the last last game about it was they pulled the cannon out. I showed up a little late because I had an appointment, and Commander Barnes looks down and says, "There's no way we're at it. Like, this is the last box of ammo."
Oh no!
And one of the cadets were like, "No, Chief Kite's been weird, been firing it left and right. You know, he's letting us been shooting it because the football team's scoring."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "No, I have some hidden on the side."
We got one more game. You got enough?
We have enough. If not, I know Tony Miller told me he has an extra cannon and some ammo in his office that I could possibly utilize if I need some.
You know, I bet back in August the cadet who got assigned to that was like, oh man, now he's like the most popular.
So actually,
who gets to pull the cannon next? Like, have a contest?
Actually,
how does that work?
I'll drop the dime on her. We call her the Jinx. Cadet Wilmer. She was the one main person in the one game we didn't get to shoot much, and she was like, "What in the world?" And then she disappeared. And then that's when the scoring started happening. And then we just told her, like, "Hey, don't come around. We're scoring a lot. We're good."
Does it rotate, or does one person get the?
No, we rotate it.
That's awesome.
One per shot. I know sometimes they'll do certain quarters, like one cadet will get a quarter. I like going at one per because what happens if they score a bunch of points in the first quarter, but nothing until like the third or fourth quarter. So
you can make that like a non-ROTC, like an honor, like someone gets to win next season. We'll do like a contest. You get to win one of the touchdown firings. That would be pretty cool. So, yeah, John, they've been scoring so many points now at home, and not just away games. We actually get to hear that thing shoot off all the time. So, well, Chief, I want to thank you for coming out today. I love your cadets. I love hearing these stories of how they're coming out, even the ones that are suffering with the no power and all these last few days. I hope when they come back tomorrow, they get a nice little time to reflect. And, I know it wasn't as bad as Ian, but still there's trauma out there. There's still PTSD. John, I was talking about my daughter about this. This senior class, they had Irma, then they had COVID, then they had Ian, and now they've had these last couple of weeks. They've had a lot of school, not just time off, but school functions. Like Tony was saying, we had to turn things around and move this and move that. I've never seen a graduating class with so many things in the way of a normal high school experience. So a lot of resiliency. I think we can kind of forget that these young people have so much resiliency more than me. We're setting our ways, man. I'm setting my ways. Oh, yeah. I know for sure. So, Chief, thank you so much.
Well, thank y'all so much.
I can't wait to see you guys on Friday. Color Guard's always looking great, John. They got every step down perfect. I love calling them out there as well. So, are you going to have your seniors out there for Color Guard night, for senior night?
That depends on if they want to, but more likely I believe so.
Good. Excellent.
I just don't know how. Like I said, once again, it works with if they calls it out, but if the senior crew is the senior crew.
Gotcha.
But if not, like we have a plan behind the plan. So.
Gotcha. That's what I figured. Thanks, Chief. Appreciate it. Thank you. John, that's Chief Kipe here of our very well-run NJROTC here at Northport High School. John, I came here for a reason, by the way. I forgot to tell you guys. I'm actually at this field here because we got great news. City of Northport today opened up the fields for the youth football teams. So I came out here. I asked, this is Junior Bobcats. I couldn't quite get the other league in. We're going to get them later on as well. But I'm out here on a beautiful night. The fields are open. There is a little damage, though. You have to look for it. The field goal posts, they're actually turned 90 degrees. I don't know how the wind pulled it. Both of them are that way. So very interesting stuff. Yeah, they're both turned. They're not leaning. They're not bent over. They just got turned. Both of them got turned 90 degrees. I don't know how I'm going to pull those things around. We're not tall enough. So we're going to go down there in a few minutes as well and talk to some of the coaches and kids and see how they did during the storm and how things are going out of their back. So I'm going to see who's on the back here.
Fantastic. We have Garon on. Coach Garon.
Okay. All right. We'll get Coach on real quick then. That sounds good. Coach Belser, are you there? Because I can go down and get the youth coaches.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, are you there?
Come on, guys. Yeah. Just one second. Getting in the right spot here.
Oh, a little early here. That's okay. A little early. That's fine. I'm bad.
I'm working on Commissioner McDowell. She couldn't open the file.
Gotcha.
I can go, or if you want me to wait, it's
Sure.
fine.
Yeah, no, you can go.
There we go.
100% in.
All right.
Good.
All right, go ahead, Sean.
Friend of the show, definitely our main contributor, carrying us through each fall season. Coach Belser, varsity football, head football coach. Coach, first of all, how are you doing? Are you back in town, I'm assuming, 'cause today was faculty day?
Oh yeah, yep, good to go. Glad we got to practice this morning. It was just finally felt normal.
So just tell the viewers out there, you've had 0 practices since that Bayshore game, correct?
Yeah, no, so it feels like a month.
It does.
It
Yeah.
felt like forever. Yeah, we haven't been able to do anything as a team for the last 14-ish days. So it's been it's been a challenge. It's been a challenge. 11 days. So I'm overshooting it, but still, again, feels like longer. But no, it felt good. It was good to see all the kids. There were a few guys missing because of storm issues, but other than that, it's just how you get back into it to get these last 3 to 4 weeks over, or not over with, but get these last 3 to 4 weeks done, and into the off season.
Coach, that's interesting you say that. They're not quite all back yet. Do you have enough of the core players to return for Friday night? You only got 4 days left.
No. No, that's not an issue. We have plenty of guys. We'll have plenty of guys that are healthy. People are doing all right. We did a lot better than what could have happened.
Right. Well, we were at Bayshore last Friday or 2 Fridays ago, and that's right smack dab where that thing went through. I can't imagine what they're going through right now. So we are lucky. Do you know if Hardy had similar situations with their practices or anything like that? Have you heard from their?
Yeah. Well, I know they had they were out of school as well, so I imagine they faced a similar issue. They were on a bye week just like us, so they didn't lose a game or anything like that. So it's not great, but also we have to look at it positively, as in like, okay, neither one of us lost a game. Everyone stayed healthy for the most part, and we get to play.
No big advantage on one side or the other, so that's good. That's good. So tell me something about during the storm season here with the kids. Were they staying busy on their own? I saw a few of them volunteering. Did you guys? Are they okay with like food and water and electricity? Are you hearing stories like Chief had? You seeing something like that?
No. It's just the really basic stuff from the electricity. I haven't heard anything about lack of food, water, or gas, anything like that.
Okay, good.
But a few guys had some flooding problems, especially some of our kiddos down that were in Punta Gorda. So I think they felt the brunt of it more than our Northport guys. But there were still some of our kids that were out in those lower sitting areas that had to deal with a little bit of high water. But it certainly wasn't what we had to deal with 2 years ago.
Just looking around here, Coach. I'm actually at the youth field here, the Junior Bobcats field. They opened today. I don't know if you heard me say that. The city got back out here today.
Good deal.
Hey, I'm going to talk to them in a little bit here because they only have a few games left. They weren't sure if they're going to finish their season on time. So we got lucky with the bye game. So tell everybody what's going on Friday night. I kind of jumped the gun there on that one. What's going on Friday night for the varsity football team?
Oh, well, it's our senior night. Fortunately, we get to play this game, and nothing, damage-wise happened at the high school to where we were forced to play at a different venue. So fortunately, they get to play their final home game as seniors, and hopefully send them out on a high note and everybody has a good time.
And then after that, you're going to go on the road for 2 more games, I believe. The Mulberry and we finish off at Lemon Bay, I believe. That sounds
yes,
about
sir.
right?
Gonna go to Polk County, play Mulberry, and then make our not our annual trip, but our trip down to Lemon Bay this year. And see what we can do.
It does feel like eons ago when I was at the Bayshore game. Do you remember that game at all? It's been such a long time.
I remember all the games. Like,
Good for you.
Oh yeah.
So that was a 56-0 game, and I posted on you had a nice slide there about the point totals and all that. I posted somewhere on there 2 touchdowns on like not even 30 seconds. You had 4 or 5 touchdowns in 7 minutes, something crazy. I think those are both records. I'd love to know if that's true or not, but it sounds like a record to me.
It sounds like a record to me too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Again, it was. You can never complain about something like that. I think it was our guys stepping up in big moments. We took advantage of some good field position off of turnovers, and I really think that they really broke their back there. And at that point, we had the running clock going into halftime. That That stuff's come back from for anybody.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, our biggest thing going into that game was with our kids was, hey, first objective was to get a running clock in the first half. If we can do that, and if we can do it the right way, we'll try and get over that 55-point mark and set the record.
Oh, so
And
that was part of your thing there.
oh,
Okay. All right.
yeah, no, and then again, it wasn't in any way trying to be bad
No,
sportsmanship,
not at
but
all. No.
our kids had a goal. Our kids had a goal, and they were able to get it done.
So you got Hardy coming up now. Different
I
team from
think you're
last year,
muted,
Hardy. Now I
John.
remember
You're
this
muted.
guy. I remember this game from last year. Because I actually went and filmed the game. They had that quarterback who is now playing, I believe, at UF as a center fielder, like fastest kid on the team kind of thing. They don't have
He
him
was
this year, thank goodness.
Oh no! Hey, listen, that kid was spooky fast.
Yeah. Well, he
had-
was
he
their
had this-
offense. Let's be honest. That's how come they won that game. He was so fast.
Oh no! I thought Matt did a great job setting us up to be successful. I mean, offensively, I think we had close to 350 yards of offense. So we were productive. I think what best in the ass last year was facing an exceptional athlete.
Yeah.
When that kid that we played, he made a huge difference, and in the fact that we blew our chances in the red zone. I think 2 or 3 times actually, and then come away with points in that game. So it was 20-7 ball game. We got on the board in late in the second quarter with that long touchdown pass that we had. But it was just our big issue there was finishing and keeping that freak show out of the end zone.
So I'm looking forward to Friday night's game. You heard Tony. I don't know if you heard Tony or not. We're going to be inducting everybody, it sounds like. It's going to be, we start with the seniors ahead of the game. It's going to have the football, of course. I don't think he might have mixed sports. We're going to have the Athletic Hall of Fame induction throughout the game. Halftime's going to have the homecoming chord. It's going to be all over the place. It's going to be pretty wild there. How many seniors do you have on the team roughly? Do you know offhand?
Again, we started with a few more, but obviously things happen, and that number's dropped down to 16
Okay.
guys. Yeah, so I mean, it's still a pretty decent amount, but it's kind of been a running trend since I've been here. I mean, every year we have either 16 plus guys graduating, which is, comes with having a large school, so it's part of the game. But yeah, no, it's I don't know. I think this one's more, I don't want to say more significant, but it kind of weighs a little bit heavier because this is my first group of freshmen that are now seniors. You know what I mean? So all those kids, that came in my first year and stayed for 4 years, they're all graduating graduating / finishing up their high school careers. It's very weird feeling.
And I know John's going to ask you, what's that feel like to have that freshman class stay with you? They came off of COVID through middle school. They had Ian. They had every excuse in the world not to stay with you, and they stayed with you. That's got to be a really special feeling there. Those guys.
Well, those first 2 years, man, those kids as freshmen, whether they played varsity or JV, us as a program only had 2 wins. Those first 2 years. So, I mean, guys the talented seniors that we have, if they wanted to leave, it would have been a very easy decision. But I think it's a testament to what we do in terms of our hard work as a staff. I think the noticeable support from our athletic department and our administration helps as well. It never hurts, because if you don't have their support, you're never going to win. I don't care where you're at. So that helped quite a bit. The junior Bobcats and them getting folded into us helped as well. And I mean, to answer your question, get back to all that really is, it's sad. To be simple, it's sad. It's sad that they're seniors. It's sad that they're, playing their last game in a home uniform for us. It sucks, but it's part of it.
On an up note, though, how is the health of the program?
I mean, I think we're doing very well. I think there's some things we still need to do better at. Obviously, nothing's perfect, but I would like to. Kind of progress us a little bit more on a few things concerning what we do, especially with the youth programs. I think we need to be better at working with them. A few other things, especially with the off the field stuff in terms of getting more involved. I would like to get, I feel like we've fallen off a little bit in that side of things, and that's just me being transparent with it. But I'd like to get back to where that's those bonds are back to how I felt they were at one point. But I mean, otherwise, got a lot of talented young kids, a lot of guys that love what we're doing. We've had a lot of success this year, and if you manage to look past those first 2 games, this 5-game stretch we're on has been pretty exceptional. And a lot of things to be proud about. We're averaging 40 plus points a game over this stretch of time, and defensively, we're putting, against Bayshore, I think they had -7 yards of offense. So there's a lot of good efforts going. Against DeSoto County, they would have pitched another shutout, minus us fumbling on offense, letting them score defensively. So, I think we're in a really good spot. I think there's some things we need to get better at, and I think we're going to work towards that. But
I think the big thing we got to work on for Friday night is fill the stands.
That's good.
And it's always a challenge. And people wouldn't think it's a challenge, and it normally isn't for a senior night. But not having school that day, that's the challenge, truthfully, because we're not going to have students in school. So, making sure we kind of entice them to come out and give them a reason to be there, will make that a lot more fun.
Yeah, I forgot there's a professional day on Friday. They're going to keep that day.
Oh no, I completely forgot myself. Up until 2 days ago, and I was like, "Oh Lord."
Well, Coach, I'm going to let you go. I don't know if John's got any more questions for you. I want to thank you for coming out. I'm glad the boys are back. I'm glad they're looking good today. I bet they're ready to hit somebody besides themselves. I can't wait to call that Hardy game. It's going to be a wonderful night. I'm just looking so forward to it. So thank you again for coming on today, Coach Belser.
Of course. Appreciate you guys as always.
Awesome.
Good talking to you. Glad you're doing good.
See you Friday. Okay, again, folks, that was Coach Belser, our varsity football coach, giving us an update on what's going on with Bobcat football. Here again, fans, like Coach said, it's going to be flat at first because we're so kind of funkied up and all that. But, guys, what a great way to bring your energy back to come out Friday night. Last home game of the year. It's a 7 o'clock kickoff. Tony Miller said earlier, we're going to start at 5:45 with all the senior recognition ceremonies going on. So try to get, what a great time to come back as a city. If you've never seen a game at all, we've had really good home crowds this year. It's a great time to come out. I would love to see you all come out here. John, we ready for the next guest?
Well, I think Debbie had to go.
No.
She was on there. I emailed the same link to the coaches and to her, and she couldn't get in. I don't know what happened to the link, but I tried to get her back on, but we were on with Garon just a little bit too long.
I'm going to go down the field here. The reason why I came out today was to talk to some of these youth coaches, if you don't mind, John.
Sure.
John, go back in time. You were a parent. I'm a parent of a high school senior this year. Do you remember those homecoming days of your kids when they were in school?
Oh, I do. It's been a while. And I'm sure Debbie could have threw a whole lot in there, too.
I wanted to get a perspective on it, exactly. Well, Coach, Ms. McDowell, if you can hear us, let us know. We'd love to have you on. I think we can find a coach here.
Yeah, actually, the football brings back a lot of memories over there because we had some really good kids that came through the Mustangs and huge participation in Northport, and a lot of those kids are on to college and on to bigger and better things right now. So it's cool.
I'm going to cut in here just a second. I recognize the name. We also have the cheerleaders this time. Back in the springtime, we didn't have them on here.
Larry Tennyson Field looks good, though.
Oh, it looks great. A few seconds here, John. How you doing, guys? You're on the Bobcat list. How you doing, gentlemen? How you doing? I'll talk to Coach for a second. Coach, how you doing? I'm Sean Kirkpatrick. I've talked to Ms. Gail Honeycutt, so we might want to come out for a few minutes, say hi to the youth kids. And how you doing? Are you with the program here?
Yes.
We'll get you in right here then. All right. We'll take a second here. All right, John, we're back.
All right.
Do you hear the music too loud or not?
No, it's perfect. Go ahead.
Put you right in here. What's your name, sir, and introduce yourself?
I'm Coach Zach. I'm one of the coaches of the 12U for the
Zach.
Junior Bobcats.
I'm Sean Kirkpatrick. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you, too.
We came out here last year. You stay right there.
All right.
Stay right there. We were coming out a little bit early this year because I wanted to see how you guys did as a program. Come on up for the storm and all that. How you holding up on that? I see today you came out.
Yes, sir.
Was this your first time since the storm?
Yes, sir.
How the kids doing?
So far so good. They're glad to be out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How they handle it? Doing okay at home? They got the power on? Or?
I think so. I believe most of them are doing pretty good. There's a couple that had some issues that had suffered some damage from it.
But this got to be a wonderful.
Yes,
not
a
just for the
welcome
kids.
change.
How
Yeah,
about the parents getting
absolutely.
those kids running around?
Get them out of the house But yeah, absolutely.
So speak to us so far. How's your season? You got a couple games left, I'm hearing.
Yeah, we have a couple games left.
Yeah.
It's been a rough road, but the boys are they're doing good and they're they're learning from it. That's one of the biggest things with it.
Because I'm guessing you had 2 weeks ago. You had a similar situation that
Yeah.
closed things down.
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
all your away teams, are they similar to you guys having to shut down?
Yes.
I gotcha. So
Just everyone's kind of the overabundance of caution. Just kind of make sure that nobody gets hurt, anything like that. So just kind of like shut everything down.
So
Postpone stuff.
you see the energy, you see the health, you see the enthusiasm.
Mhm.
Are you having an overall good season other than the storms?
Yes.
Gotcha. And it's probably more so because of the storms. They're
Yeah.
gonna stick to the end and make it happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Where do you have your final playoffs and all? Is it one of those things where you have to win to keep going?
Yes.
And then
Well, we have a home game.
I'm listening.
We have a home game not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Then we have a makeup game Sunday. So.
And they're all here on this field here?
No. Well, they're going to be at the high school.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
So I'll reach out and see what those days are.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's
Absolutely.
awesome. You got any kids out there who might want to jump on for a second? I don't want to ruin your practice time. I know it's limited. Anybody
You want-
NJROTC
Liam,
reserve?
you want to talk about him?
Come on in. Let's get him in here.
He plays for the 14U, and he's coming to hang out with us in practice.
Come on up here. We'll get you right here with Coach. Here, Coach, why don't you introduce him real quick? Come on up, guys. We'll put you right here. There we go. All right, Coach. Go ahead and tell us who we have here.
We have Liam here. He's from 14U. Why don't you tell me?
Liam, hang on. Liam, you look familiar.
Yeah, I was here last time.
I remember this young man. A little bit louder. Who's louder, Coach or you?
He is.
Yeah, because
Oh,
the microphone's right here.
100%.
Microphone's right here. I'm going to zoom out here. All right, Liam. Where you at? Where do you go to school? All that good stuff.
I go to Venice Middle, but for Northport, I'm going to Northport. For high school, I'm going to Northport
I
High
remember this now. I remember this.
because Northport wants me. So next year, hopefully, I'll go play for Northport in high school. My name's Leo. I'm pretty good.
What do you play?
Any college scouts? I'm here.
Liam, what position do you play?
I play running back, linebacker, and D end. Depends on where they need me.
Yeah.
But for right now, I'm mostly sticking to running back. Hoping to play that in high school.
How is this last 7 days without school? How are you doing on that one?
The last 7 days of no school has been fun. I've been chilling out, going to the gym.
Oh, okay, so stop right there.
Yeah.
You've been going to the gym at least?
Yeah.
Which gym, like private or school?
It was just a gym up in Venice.
Okay, so probably not school gyms yet.
Yeah, no. We don't got a gym in Venice.
Are you ready to go? You ready to go to school tomorrow? And
Nope.
No.
I don't want to. I got to keep the grades up, though. So, yeah, I got to go.
John, you hearing this?
Oh yeah,
Does it remind you of your sons at all?
Just a tad bit.
So we got John Rawlings on the other side here. He's actually the host of all this. He runs the show and all that, and he's had very big experience in this field. He actually knew the gentleman this field's named after way back in the day, and he also works at the high school as our boosters. So he's seen every generation come through here, and he's smiling right now. John, you got a question? This kid's hilarious. What, you got a question for him?
No, you know what? I actually admire his honesty and his enthusiasm for school and for the sport, or for the lack of school. How about that? But I appreciate the fact that you said you want to keep your grades up, because that's important too.
Yeah.
And just so you know, those scouts out there, they like to hear that you have good grades and that you're a good kid. So keep the structure, keep listening to your coaches, and keep growing.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
So, Liam, you play running back. You want to come down for the high school. What's bringing you to play for Northport High School? You said that they want you to come here. What else?
Northport just wants me to come. All the high school coaches have been talking about it forever, and I think if I could play Venice, I won't be able to start for a while because they got a bunch of all-stars there.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to get some playing time on varsity on Northport.
John, that's a pretty wise statement on his part. I like hearing that. You come to Northport, if you're pretty good, you're going to play.
Yeah.
You go to Venice, you're pretty good, you're not going to play. So, exactly. And John has said this before in the past. If you are good, the next level is going to find you. You don't have to go to these amazing
Scouts
schools.
will find you. Scouts will find you. If you're good, they'll find you.
Exactly. So, did you play for Junior Bobcats before this year?
Yeah, I played for 4 years now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
For junior.
Good. Gotcha.
This will be my last year, and then I got to go to high school.
Excellent.
Playing since I was 10 years.
Did you come from Florida or are you up north?
I came from Colorado up north.
Colorado. Okay.
Yeah.
How you liking that change from
It's
the
different.
mountains to
I
the
miss
flat?
the cold. I miss the cold, but I definitely can live in Florida forever. I like it here.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
John, you got more questions for them? They're about to do their lines here.
No, I think he probably needs to jump back in, but I do remember him from last year too.
I do.
So you know what? Keep bragging about us down here, and I can't wait to see you on the football field.
You will.
I think we need a special, John. We get him every year, once a year. We got to
No
track
doubt.
him, even if he stops playing football, whatever he does in life. We just got to get him in here once.
Yeah.
So you take care. All right, appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. Well, Coach, I'm gonna let you go here.
All
Thanks
right,
for coming
sounds good.
out.
Thank you.
So you're liking what you're seeing. Everybody's doing pretty good. The field looks good. How are you gonna get those post turns? That's my question.
We were wondering the same thing. She came out and saw. I don't know if somebody was playing a prank on us or they did it for the hurricane.
No, you can see it. They both are turned. I didn't know they could do that.
Honestly, I didn't either.
I saw what was the game, John, when college they took the goalpost to the river.
That was just a recent game.
Vanderbilt.
Because they had
Vanderbilt.
a big win.
2 miles. They took it all the way down and chucked it in the river. I'm like,
wow.
Did that mess up the river for the boats?
I'm assuming it did.
Get your props all destroyed.
Yeah.
So that's the closest thing we'll ever have to storming. Well, Coach, thank you so much. We
Thank you for
appreciate it.
having us.
We'll come back in the spring and we'll get a better interview for you guys. Okay?
Sounds
And,
good.
and we'll
Take care
get.
now.
Well, I'll get an email out to the city and find out if we can get an update.
All right. Oh, it's fine. They'll be fine.
I'm
All
sure.
right, John, that's going to wrap it up for me here. Looking
All right,
good,
buddy.
John. I hope you're doing well on your end. It's nice to see the city waking up again after that. It feels like a slumber, even though it was a natural disaster.
Absolutely.
It's all starting to show up again. City. It's just nice seeing people. Our patients are doing better. Our students are doing better. They come back to school tomorrow. So can't wait for next Tuesday's episode.
And I did
again.
I did get a quick note from Commissioner McDowell. Her phone was on life support, so she had to go.
So we'll get to it. That's okay.
Yeah, we'll have her back on. I wondered why she had to go, but I was just getting ready to click her in, and she disappeared off the screen.
Yeah, I'll cheat a little bit. She did have kids go to Newport High School. I want to talk about that, so that's okay. We'll get her next time. John, you take care of yourself. Again, guys,
Have a good
Friday night, you owe it to yourselves. Come on out. Last home game at the Preserve. $10 tickets. That includes your parking as well. They're going to have tons of food. They're going to have all sorts of things to buy, like shirts and all that. Just wonderful environment. I'd love to see you out there. And if you do see me out there, tap on the window. I'll be in the press box being the announcer for that. We will not be videoing that game. Again, we made a deal with the school that the Bobcat Blitz does not do the home games. They have their own channel on YouTube. It's called the Bobcat Sports Network. They'll be airing that game for free for you. You will hear the audio, however, off my speakers. So you'll have something to tag along on there. So, John, thank you so much. I'm glad you're back and doing your thing again.
All right. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you.
See you next week. See you.
All right. This is Bobcat Blitz, and thanks for tuning in. I'm working on the Facebook side of things, but I am going to share this on Facebook, so you guys will be able to watch it there too. Thank you so much for watching in. Bye-bye.